law. A new report out says IBM's new plan paying employees cash to improve their diet and exercise more is actually working. Tracy, you say this proves we can do it without the president's healthcare overhaul.
It's so shocking, Cher, that eating right and getting on a bike every now and then could actually save the economy. Who'd have thought, as opposed to pumping billions of dollars into some BS healthcare system. Look, IBM did it, 11,000 up, they got $150 back. They're healthier, they got a little money to spend, and in the end of the day, IBM is saving itself a ton of money.
Jonathan, over half of the employees at IBM signed up for this thing.
Well, it is a smart idea, Cheryl, that the consequences, the economic consequences of unhealthy living are terrible, not only obviously for your health, but for your pocketbook as well. But of course, who cares about the bills when you have a right to health care, when government picks up the tab for every of it? It's almost like the moral hazard of health care. When government pays for your health care, you don't think about what it ultimately will cost, and that's what we have in the president's plan.
Maybe, Steve, we should just repeal the health care law altogether.
Well, you know, the problem with that is it doesn't matter how much you exercise, you're eventually going to get sick. Some people will get and things like that. So people do need health care coverage. But I love what IBM did here. I've been lucky enough to work for companies that have done some of the similar things. I used to have Oxford Healthcare, give you $200 back if you could prove that you went to the gym 60 times in a 6-month period. I think this is just really smart all around.
$200 in 1 year?
Steve, we should repeal the health care law?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what you were saying there.
No.
Charlie, I'm sorry. Hop in here, sir.
Give me $200 for working out. That's fine.
All right, I'll work on that. Wayne's got thick pockets. I don't know.
No. But when you talk about the health care bill versus this thing, you can't. Nobody understands the health care bill because nobody read it. The people who passed it didn't read it. They down there, 2,400 pages of gobbledygook. They have no idea.
But to Steve's point about how we all eventually get sick. I mean, let's see. If I start smoking at 13, my ailments are going to be much different when I eventually get sick as 40 years of good living.
No question. You're absolutely right on that.
It's a big difference. It is a big matter at the end of the day.
Why not, Charlie? Hold on. Charlie, I mean, this is a whole different idea that seems to be working in the private sector. Gee, once again, maybe the private sector has it right and the government has it wrong.
You know, I don't have strong opinions about this. If you want to pay me $200 to work, I'm there.
Well, but isn't it funny? Isn't it funny?
I just know that.
Isn't it funny?
This was $150, Jonathan. It was $150, and they did it.
Of course,
and half of them collected.
Right, you incentivize good behavior, but ironically, Cheryl, when the insurance companies do that, left likes to call it discrimination. You know, they say that you're discriminating. And so ultimately, that's the end of the day, and that's why it hasn't been a private health system under the current regime, and it won't be under the president's as well.
Jonathan, you've already discriminated against New Yorkers, talking trash about us being unhealthy here. I think we're doing pretty good, Steve.
Well, if the health insurance companies always did the right thing, then we wouldn't need regulation, a new health insurance law. But the fact is,
they were heavily regulated before.
Has nothing to do with the legal system.
Charlie, you wrote a book.
Nothing to do with that.
You wrote a book, Charlie, that talks about how Wall Street never gets it after all the bubbles, and that's the same exact thing. Some of these
I actually wrote a book that said how Wall Street was incentivized by government to take lousy risks. And I'll tell you, with this healthcare bill, you're going to be incentivized to do stupid things.
There you go. Charlie has a book.
Charlie
has a book. All right, guys, coming up, it is time. It's time to count a bad bet. Last year, one of these guys promised to dress up as Klinger from MASH if unemployment didn't drop